Hello everyone and welcome back to another brand new video. Today we have to talk about the most recent episode of Pokemon Horizons, and guys, this one was a good one. I really enjoyed this episode, so let's go over right now what happened. So first things first, I'm going to go over the things I didn't like all too much just so we can get past that and move on to the things that I really enjoyed. So first things first, this episode focuses on Roy working with the Wattrel that he met in the last episode and trying to help it learn to fly. But in addition to that happening, there was also this little kind of, side plot where Liko and Murdoch are going around town shopping for ingredients. I'm guessing they just went out shopping because, well, first things first, Dot was having issues, not only Dot, but also Free. They were trying to deal with the situation with the airship and how the connectivity has been having issues and everything's malfunctioning. And they were trying to figure all that out, which led to Freed going out and finding the explorer guy, Spinel's Pokemon just causing trouble, the Magneton, which actually led to Free terastallizing Charizard, and Charizard's Terra type is Dark type, it seems, which it seems they gave to, well, actually, it seems they gave it because there's an event going around with it, actually, but it helped him out because Spinel had that Behem using psychic moves, so the Dark type was able to help him out and, be able to win the battle. So that was nice, I guess. I mean, you know me, I don't really care too much for Freed or the other rising bull tacklers. So Liko and Murdoch shopping, I wasn't all too interested in that, but I guess it was fine seeing, Liko out and about doing something, because really the main focus of this episode was Roy. So, long story short, in the end, Liko ends up getting hypnotized by the guy Spinel, and he takes her pendant, and then she's lost in Levincia, which is going to lead to Iono appearing next week, but let's not go into any of that yet. Let's talk about what I loved about this episode, and that was, of course, Roy and Wattrel. Seeing Roy work with this wild Wattrel, teaching him how to fly, it was so enjoyable. Roy, to me, he's easily the best character in the show for me right now. He is so cute, so adorable, so precious, and I just love how he bonds with Pokemon so easily. He goes out, and every time he sees a Pokemon that just touches his heart, he has to go back and meet them again and interact with them, just like he did with Fuecoco. He did today with Wattrel, helping Wattrel learn to fly, and it was just so cute the way he did it. He just kept doing things like jumping in the water, trying to help Wattrel learn to fly, using Ludlow's fishing rod to create a little, tool for him to use to help teach Wattrel to fly, and it was just so adorable, so cute. I loved it so much. And we were able to see Wattrel finally learn how to fly by the end. And after, it was so funny because it was trying to fly to the top of one of those towers that we see all over Scarlet and Violet, those big spiral towers where you can find Gimmighoul. It finally flew to the top of them, one of the towers, and in that we actually saw that the Wattrel was a little bit smaller than the other Wattrel. Maybe that's why I couldn't fly, maybe it was a bit younger. But either way, once it finally got to the top and it saw Roy leaving, it actually decided that it wanted to go with him. And that was one of the big things about this episode. We were wondering if Roy was going to catch this Wattrel or not, and he did in the end. I was not too sure. I was thinking, I will say this, I did believe Roy would eventually capture it. That's what I was thinking in my mind. I just wasn't too sure if it was going to be today's episode. But I did think that would have been a good thing to lead into next week because, of course, Liko is going to be hypnotized and lost. So I was thinking it would be good for Roy to have this flying type now to go look around, since I don't think the ship's Noctowl was going to do anything. We saw it today for the first time in ages. And I was thinking that would be the only other option if Roy didn't get the Wattrel, but he did. Since Wattrel can now fly, at least he can fly a bit better than before. And so, yeah, that was that. But Wattrel did end up seeing Roy leave, and he did decide he wanted to go with it. And Murdoch even pulled out a Pokeball for Roy to use, which that seems to be a theme now, Roy getting his Pokeballs from other people since he didn't have any from the start, I guess, which I hope they just give Roy and Liko some Pokeballs soon. I don't want them to just have to be with one of the Voltaclers to get a Pokeball whenever they need to make a capture. I hope they'll just give them some Pokeballs. But overall, it doesn't really matter. I'm just happy that Roy caught Wattrel. I was really hoping he would. It had been, it's been 14 episodes. We were really kind of hoping someone would get a capture soon between Liko and Roy, and it was Roy. I'm really happy it was Roy first, just because I'm just happy to make sure that Roy's getting his attention. Me, I have my worries because they do give a lot of focus to Liko, and I want to make sure both the protagonists are getting their good attention. So I was really happy to see Roy get his capture first. And I'm really excited to see how he bonds with Wattrel, especially since, I'm kind of getting annoyed with Fuecoco. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. When he was just going around being annoying, getting that Vespiquen to chase them for no reason, that was just kind of annoying to me. I just don't like Pokemon like that just are always causing trouble. They're getting distracted by food and the like. So, Fuecoco for me is I'm just not the biggest fan of Fuecoco. But I am happy to see Wattrel with Roy, and its personality right now is really enjoyable. I just love its expressions. It's just so cute and funny. So I'm really happy to see Roy with his capture, and hopefully Liko will make a capture soon. Maybe whether they leave Paldea and she gets a capture before they leave, or if she makes a capture in Galar, that would be great, honestly, considering Galar was so ignored in the, Journeys series. Liko getting a capture in Galar, Galarian Pokemon, that would be fine for me as well. I don't really care, wherever she gets a capture from. Hopefully it'll be soon, since Roy now has his. And again, I think Wattrel will be used a lot in the next episode, helping to find Liko, since she is, going to be lost in Levincia. But again, I am just really, really happy to see Iono next week. You guys know me. Iono is my favorite character for Scarlet and Violet, so I cannot wait to see her next week. So I am very, very, very excited for that. So overall, great episode today for me. Again, the only really points that I didn't really like were the ones focusing on Freed and that Spinal guy, but otherwise, episode was great. I really enjoyed it, really happy to see Roy with Wattrel, and I'm very happy to see how things progress here on out. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode. Are you happy that Roy caught Wattrel today? What do you think Liko's first capture will be? When do you think it will happen? And overall, tell me what you thought of this episode. I will see you guys next week, and thank you all so much for watching.